throttle body is going back into the Mustang. This is the 80 millimeter throttle body, stock one, non-ported, nothing like that. It's going back in. Check it out, show you how to do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, man, to the Diablito Speeds channel. My name's Eric, man, for those of you who are new. All right, today I'm putting back together at least the Mustang for now. I'm putting back my throttle body on, which is right there, putting back my air intake, just so I can at least drive this thing around, as I am still waiting for the turbo. It's taking a little longer than expected, just because I'm getting a fuel system. I'm gonna put a fuel cell in there in the back. It's just some little major little things, and I don't want to start taking it apart or putting anything on until I have all the parts here in my garage and I'm ready to install. So it's taking me a little longer than normal. Probably gonna take me another 4 weeks. As you know, turbos ain't cheap, but it's coming, man. It's coming. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure this car is running tip top. So, man, just check it out. I'm gonna go through about seeing how to kind of take off a throttle body for those of you guys who are interested in checking your throttle body or changing or whatever. I'll run you through that. So enjoy. All right, guys, you can see I already have it. I already took it apart, but as I'm putting it in, obviously you just reverse back to putting everything back. So if you're changing your throttle body or you're gonna port your OEM one, it's a good idea to see how it's done, right? For those of you who are new to the Mustang or whatever, I know that it's pretty tricky at times, but this is an easy do-it-yourself install that you can do, or even if you're changing your air intake. So whatever, it's easy to do it yourself. You don't got to pay no one. You can go about it your way. Just the only tip I would give you, just take your time. Don't rush anything, man. If something doesn't feel right, just take it back out. So check it out. First one is, obviously I have my throttle plate off. I always just kind of go in there and make sure it looks good. Check if the O-ring here looks pretty good, which it is. So now I already kind of cleaned up my throttle body. You want to kind of just go ahead and clean it up a little bit. I'm going to put this one back on. I usually always start off, I put in this one here, and then I put in this one there. Okay, so check it out. All right, guys, after you mock up the throttle body, don't over tighten these bolts here. I don't know the exact, you look it up online what the torque spec is, but it can't be no more than like 12, 15 foot-pounds, if that. I'm saying it's probably more like 8. You gotta remember the intake manifold, if you do have a stock one, it's got like a sleeve in here within the plastic, but you want to be gentle with that thing. It's not moving much. Just make sure you have a lock washer on there. So that's in there. Throttle body's in there. Like I said, start off with these two, mock it up and tighten one at a time, lightly. I like to do evenly. Tighten this one, hand tie, then hand tie, then little by little, kind of like putting it on a wheel. All right, and then now I'm gonna put the air intake. Remember that the air intake, at least mine, you may have more sound tubes going through it. I have this bottom one that comes in through the bottom here, so I got to put that one in there, and then I need a connector here, and I'll show you guys in just a second. All right, so I have the PMAS air intake, right? It's got a tube down here that goes connected right here, and then it's got this tube. This one right here, these two are capped off. These two in here, as you can see right there, capped off. And then this one's gonna go right into our head there. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Of course, light goes out. All right, so it's pretty much mocked in there. So remember, there's a tube down here that goes in there. This one goes right into your head. They usually come with some type of coupling, rubber coupling. Make sure, I always kind of leave it accessible. I don't like putting it at the complete end, right? Have some gap there. Make sure it's nice and in there. It's nice and snug. This thing looks nice and snug. That looks good. Don't forget to put in your MFA there. Other than that, looks good. Let me tighten this thing up. Usually this is probably about an 8 millimeter. Way easier to tighten up. Get a socket, boom, tighten that up. Check it, and then I'm gonna fire this thing up. All right, again, nice and snug. Don't over tighten these. I've seen sometimes where they put them on here and this thing is literally sticking out. You don't got to put it that tight. I do recommend checking it. With these modified cars, man, you can't just leave them unchecked. You know, I would recommend getting in there every time you wash it. Get in there, take a peek around, look around, see if everything is looking good. But other than that, that's the air intake. Remember, if you're installing the air intake or the throttle body or both, pretty easy, do it yourself install. Just remember where everything goes. It's pretty much self-explanatory. This thing has 2 tubes going into it. One into the head, one here, I think, into the system there. These look good. While you're at it, go ahead and check this out. This looks solid. Make sure you put in your sensor there. Your throttle body's nice and tight. And before I forget, do not forget to connect your throttle body, which is down there. That plug right there goes connected, so which is right there. You see that red one? Don't forget to do that. It's so easy. You're putting everything in and you look, everything's good, everything looks good on top, and then bang, you forget that. So yep, there it goes. Let me go ahead and fire this thing up. All right, I'm gonna turn this thing on. Everything looks good. As you guys know, if you guys been watching my video, I do have a kill switch back here. So let me go get my key. Start off right here. Got to pull that kill switch. Remember to turn off the power before you turn on. Maybe before you mess around with all that, taking things off and on. So let me get my key. All right, check this out. So look, push off. People always ask me, oh, does it work? I'm like, yeah, it works. So check it out. Look, right now, push it. Nothing, right? Unlock. Nothing's going on. Lights usually turn on. So let's see. So it says push off. So right now it's pushed in off. Let's click it on. There we go. Look at that. Car is on. Pretty rad, huh? All right, let's turn this thing on and see how she sounds. All right, guys, I haven't turned her on in a little over a week, man. She's been down. So let's see. She fires right up. I forgot how loud she is, man. Check her out right now, man. She's about to have turbo, dude. She's about to have a big old exhaust coming out right there, dude. Woo, I can't wait, man. All right, man. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video, man. I will catch you guys very, very soon.